Super easy. So, 10 laps. We have, it's a Shelby Blecker with Niko. We're in the GT3, we're doing 10 laps. Sound good?
Yes.
So,
maybe 11 if you're in a good mood.
if we get caught up, if we get stuck in traffic, I'm not gonna not give you another lap.
Okay.
Because if we waste an entire lap behind a car, that shouldn't count. Honestly, you know it shouldn't. That'd be bogus if I counted that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, it's honesty. So, you've been here before, but
Yep.
I'm still gonna recap. Mirrors, me. If so, we're gonna pass someone, wait for my okay.
Yes.
Watch the closing speed. Ease off a little early, brake a little early. You don't want to scare them, right? So, wait for my okay to pass. I'll grab the wheel, help guide you. If you're getting passed, I'll ask you to stay to one side. I'll grab the wheel, turn on the flashers. They're gonna pass, right?
Yes.
Cones, 2 orange cones, straight line braking, nice and firm, nice and smooth. 90% of your braking is in one. Straight line. First green cone, start turning, easing off the brake nice and slow. Last 10% of your braking, trail braking, is done all the way to that apex. When we're finally turned all the way at the apex, we make that transition from brake to throttle. Unwind the wheel towards the third green cone and squeeze that throttle. And, oh. Thank you.
Yeah, I held my pocket.
It's okay. Thank you so much. So, we're just going to go over the cones again. 2 orange cones, straight line braking, nice and firm, nice and fit, 90% of your braking, straight line, right? First green cone, start turning, ease off the brakes, last 10% of your braking, all the way to apex. Trail braking, extremely important for this car. Too much? Bad. Too little? Bad. Just right? Perfect, right?
Okay.
So, we're going to work on that. Most important part, carrying speed through a corner. Clip that apex, last when you're finally all the way turned, make the transition from brake to throttle, unwind the wheel and squeeze that throttle. Once the car is pointing where it needs to go, that's when you use the throttle, right?
Right.
So unwind it towards the third green cone, squeeze the throttle. It'll be perfect. Sound good?
Easy enough.
You know, smooth is fast. You've been here.
Yes.
Smoother are, even more so with this car. Ferrari, you think that's requires to be smooth? This car requires to be smooth even more, right?
Okay.
So, smoother you are, faster you'll be, I promise. Sound good?
Sounds good.
And look where you're gonna go. You know that fact. If you look that way, your hands are gonna do what?
Go that way.
Exactly. Hands follow your eyes, not the other way around. So, just remember those things, and we're gonna do paddles just like you said. Sound good?
Sounds good.
We're gonna do a total of 11 laps because we have 10, but we're gonna do 1 cool down lap in the middle. So, if you're ready to get going, I think I am too.
Okay.
Ready to set some goals today?
Trying to.
Grab that brake.
Got it.
On, manual, we're ready to go. So we're gonna roll out to the left, just watch the Ferrari. Other way, and then to the left. And right here. We're gonna wait. Let's get going. Stay to the right. Upshift once, just get us at a second, start turning, clip that apex. Stay left, start squeezing that throttle, but not too much. Upshift to third, other way, second apex. Then all the way out to the left, squeeze the throttle the rest of the way. This car loves to rev. Upshift and brake. Keep braking, downshift, turn apex. Carry those brakes. Get off it a little early, all the way out to the right, squeeze the throttle. Brake straight line, late turn in for a late apex. Turn apex. Stay nice and tight. All the way out, squeeze that throttle. A little early on that lid off. Keep braking, start turning, keep braking. Now we can squeeze the throttle, turn the other way, squeeze a little more. Brake a little to balance, turn apex. Leave it in third through coming into here, and then when we brake, aim straight at that green cone. Now we can be in second, out to the right, come back in for that second apex, then all the way out to the right, squeeze that throttle again. Upshift, keep going. Brake, keep braking, start turning, ease off those brakes with that apex, leave it third, nice and close, squeeze that throttle, stay left, other way, second apex, all the way out to the left, squeeze that throttle again. Upshift, keep going, stay to the right, and brake. Downshift, keep braking, start turning, clip that apex. Then all the way out to the right, start squeezing that throttle. Good, much better trail braking. Brake straight line, stay to the right, start turning, clip that apex. Keep braking, then start squeezing the throttle all the way out. Start turning, clip that apex. Keep braking. Now squeeze that throttle. Other way. You can squeeze it even more coming out now. Bring a little balance, then turn apex. Straighten out the car, squeeze that throttle, and straight to the green cone, and brake firm. First apex. Out to the right, look left. Come back in. Second apex, and all the way out to the right, squeeze that throttle again. Brake. Keep braking, start turning, clip that apex. Stay nice and tight. We're going to go around the machines on the right side. You got that wheel, start squeezing that throttle again, all the way out to the left, they're gone. Upshift. And brake. Downshift, keep braking, turn. All the way out to the right, squeeze that throttle. Brake straight line, downshift, turn. Apex. All the way out to the right, squeeze that throttle again. Upshift. Brake, stay left, keep braking. Start turning, clip that apex. Now straighten out the car, squeeze the throttle, turn the other way, squeeze a little bit more. Not too much though. Bring a little bit of balance, then turn apex. Straighten out the car, squeeze that throttle, you know what you're doing. Brake nice and firm. Apex, out to the right, look left. Come back in. Just not. When we come back out, we still need to be trail braking just a little bit to get the car to rotate a little better.
Okay.
Brake. Nice and close. Good, squeeze that throttle, stay left. Other way, second apex, all the way out. Use all the space. Side, so we got the wheel, start turning, clip that apex. And now to the right, start squeezing the throttle. Brake straight line, nice and firm, down. Apex. Then all the way out to the right, squeeze that throttle. Upshift. Keep going. Brake firm, stay left, keep braking, start turning, clip that apex. Squeeze that throttle, turn the other way. Not too much though. There we go. Bring a little bit balance, then turn apex. Start squeezing that throttle, straighten out the car, and brake firm. First apex. Then out to the right, carry that brake, get the car to rotate, then start squeezing the throttle all the way out to the right. Much better, right?
More brake though.
Yep. Brake. Keep braking, start turning, carry that brake all the way to the apex. Now start squeezing the throttle, other way. Good. Squeeze that throttle all the way out. Upshift, keep going. And brake. Downshift, keep braking, start turning, clip that apex. Then out to the right, squeeze that throttle. Brake straight line, wait for it. Now turn, very late apex. All the way out to the right, start squeezing that throttle. Brake, nice and firm. Start turning, clip that apex, carry the brakes. Now start squeezing the throttle because we can get all the speed out. Bring a little bit of balance, then turn apex. Straight, squeeze that throttle, and brake. Firm. First apex, carry the brakes all the way out. Now get the car to rotate, then start squeezing that throttle again. There we go. All the way out to the right. This is going to be our cool down lap. So ease off. We're just not going to brake as hard. That's kind of what I'm worried about is the brakes. So just ease around, squeeze that throttle. We can maintain some decent pace, but not too much, right?
Okay.
So we're doing good. I'm going to walk through some changes up to fourth for me. So when we're braking, we need to wait until the cone. Wait for the cones. Don't brake. If you can still see them, are you at them? Nope. As soon as they start to disappear, that's when you start braking. As long as you brake the amount that you have been, you can wait till they exactly at the cones, right?
Okay.
So a little bit deeper. Braking. Okay. Nice and firm, just as firm, but a little bit deeper, right? Make sure that we're carrying that trail braking in.
Yeah, that's totally different from the Ferrari.
Isn't it? So, and then don't overdo it, right? Don't rely on it too much, because if you overdo it, it will over-rotate. But if you do it just right, like we have been, you felt how good the car can turn, right? So over the left side, we got this really good. Watch this, how much we squeeze coming into here. Because if we do it too much, the car will over-rotate because the way the floor is upset. So it'll upset the car if we squeeze too hard. In here, we're doing real good. We just need to make sure that we carry the brakes all the way out. Because if we carry those brakes, we'll be able to rotate the car real well. Get us down in the second gear and go all the way on to pace again. There we go. Brake. Good. Start turning. Ease off those brakes. Clip that apex. Stay nice and tight. Start squeezing the throttle. Other way, second apex. All the way out to the left, squeeze that throttle. Good. Aim for make it nice and straight. Upshift. And brake. Good. Start turning, ease off those brakes with that apex. Now squeeze the throttle all the way out to the right. Now brake, downshift, turn, apex. Stay nice and tight. It's about 1 car length after the apex and all the way out. The real apex is about 1 car length after that cone. Brake, stay left, turn, carry the brakes. Now squeeze the throttle all the way out. There we go. Bring a little to the balance, turn apex. Squeeze that throttle again. And brake firm. Good. First apex, out to the right, carry those brakes, rotate the car, and now turn. There we go. Squeeze that throttle all the way out. Start turning, ease off those brakes, clip that apex. Now start squeezing out the throttle, stay left. Good. Other way. A little more. A little more throttle, more throttle. There we go. Upshift. Keep going. Wait for it. Brake firm, downshift, start turning, ease off the brakes, clip that apex. Good. Start squeezing the throttle all the way out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now brake firm, downshift, turn. Carry those brakes all the way to that apex, a little bit after. Now start squeezing that throttle all the way out. Upshift, keep going. Brake, stay left, keep braking, start turning. Carry that brake all the way to the apex. Now we can start squeezing the throttle all the way out. Stay to the left. Bring a little to balance, then turn apex. Start squeezing that throttle, and brake, firm. First apex, and out to the right. Carry that brake all downshift, turn, apex. Squeeze the throttle all the way out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Braking, start turning, carry that brake all the way to the apex. Good, start squeezing that throttle. Other way, second apex, squeeze it even more all the way out. Good. Upshift, keep going. Wait for it, and brake, downshift, turn, apex. All the way out, squeeze that throttle again. Brake, downshift, turn, carry that brake all the way to the apex. Good, now start squeezing that throttle all the way out, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Upshift. Keep going. Brake firm. Good. Start turning. Ease off those brakes. Now start squeezing that throttle. Turn the other way. Stay to the left. Squeeze a little more. Bring a little to balance. Then turn apex. Start squeezing. And brake hard. First apex. Out to the right. Now look left. Good. Downshift up. And come in all the way out to the right. Now squeeze that throttle. Perfect. And brake. Braking, start turning to the apex. Nice and tight. Start squeezing that throttle. Other way. Second apex. There we go. All the way out. Upshift. And brake. Downshift. Start turning, ease off the brakes to that apex. All the way out to the right. Start squeezing that throttle. And brake straight line. Downshift. Start turning, carry that brake to that apex. Then out to the right. Start squeezing that throttle again. Upshift. And brake, stay left. Start turning, clip that apex. Start squeezing that throttle again. Other way, squeeze a little more. Brake a little balance. And slow down just a little bit extra because we wait for the Ferrari. So, brake, first apex, and out to the right. We're just going to work on our line here. Remember to carry those brakes all the way to the point where we get the car to rotate correctly, right? So all the way out to the right, squeeze that throttle again. We're going to use this as a cool down. Brake. We still have one more lap, so I'm not gonna count a lap that we're stuck behind a car. So other way, squeeze that throttle all the way out. Upshift. Brake a little early, keep braking. Start turning, ease off those brakes, put that apex, and now to the right, start squeezing the throttle. Wait for them to give us the okay. Then start turning, put that apex again. Then out to the right, start squeezing the throttle. We're going to go around them on the left side. There we go. And brake. Brake just a little more because we're still going to use this almost like a cool down lap. So other way. Keep going. Good. Well, turn apex. Now start squeezing that throttle again. And brake. Good. First apex, downshift, out to the right. Come back in, second apex. This is a full lap at pace, all the way out to the right. Full shift, keep going. Brake. Good, start turning, clip that apex, carry that brake. Then start squeezing the throttle. Other way, second apex, all the way out to the left. Squeeze a little more. Upshift. Wait for it, and brake. Downshift, start turning, ease off those brakes, clip that apex. Come out to the right, squeeze that throttle. Brake straight line, downshift, start turning, clip that apex, stay nice and tight, one car length after. Then squeeze that throttle all the way out. Upshift, there we go. And brake, keep braking, all the way to that apex. Now squeeze the throttle all the way out. Brake a little bit balanced, then start turning, clip that apex, straighten out the car, you know what you're doing. And brake firm. First apex, downshift, out to the right. Then come back in for that second apex, squeeze that throttle, all the way out. Upshift, and we're gonna go nice and slow lap as our cool down lap. Right?
Slow lap?
Yep, this is our cool down lap. We're all finished.
Okay.
So how was it?
Pretty good. Totally
good,
different than the Ferrari.
Isn't it? Night and day.
A lot of work.
So, and it makes you work for it, but it'll reward you. So, just upshift to fourth. We're going to carry just a little more speed, but just don't use as much brakes.
Never gotten a car sideways here.
Yep.
That was the first time. And
Yep.
we did it 3 times.
So, that's the thing with trail braking in this car is if you overdo it, it lets you know. If you underdo it, you don't turn. So, like I said, it's very fine line when you get it right. It felt good, didn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Didn't get it right very often.
we got it. We were getting it, for sure. The last lap and then 2 prior to that. But yeah, it felt real good, felt natural. Sure, we had some over rotation, somewhere to turn. We have the Ferrari behind us, so what we're going to do is we're going to stay to the left, we're going to let them, we're going to stay to the right. No, yep, you're right. So we're going to let them by. Sweet. What were you going to say?
I forgot because you were saying right and I'm going left.
Sorry. Yeah, but it felt really good. And we're going to exit between the blue cones. So, I feel like you learned some from this car.
Great experience. Learned a lot from this car.
This car is very dynamic, and it lets you know that. So we're going to put it right back in 9. And we're going to stop just after the doors past those poles, because those are not fun things to meet with the poles. Stop right here. Good. There we go. Off the brakes. So you did real good. We're making some mistakes, but that's kind of like where you're pushing yourself. And the reason why we made it was sometimes we did too much trail braking, and sometimes we didn't do enough, and it would cost us some. But it's hard to find that fine line, and once you find it, you'll get it nice and perfect. But I'd like to see where you're at. I'm fairly confident in you. So
We got under a minute?
I'm fairly confident.
Okay.
Don't quote me on it, but you need to check, because it's worth checking. But do you have any questions for me?
How does this compare to the race car?
The GT3s?
Yeah. No, how does the GT3 compare to the EV?
The LVO 4s and 3 and 2?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I haven't had the chance to drive it yet because we just got them. There's a couple of us that have driven it. If you ask Kevin, the guy who did the instruction in the classroom, or Mike right there, those two have gotten the chance to drive it because obviously we just got them very recently. So yeah, they're very, very... The power is a little less in them, but they're significantly lighter, so that you have the opportunity to have a lot of fun in them. And especially if you want to like go through a full-fledged school, we offer that with those, which is absolutely ludicrous. Because if you do our school, you can go to Europe and race, which is the only school in the country that does that. We're the only ones.
Wow.
So you have to literally go to Europe and do the same thing in order to do what we have here. So it's a very, very fun car. And from what I can see from it, and like what I've seen when they drove it, it's kind of like the GT3. It'll let you know when you make a mistake, but it won't punish you too much, right? And that's exactly what you want. Sound good?
Nice.
Yeah, I would check it out. I mean, honestly.